Yeah, no, that's beyond fluff today. Okay. Hopefully one day I'll make a video that's got both good audio and good video. We'll see. Depends on what camera I'm using, to be honest. Today I had half an idea of what I wanted to talk about, and that's kind of gone out the window, because the one thing I've realised, especially recently, is that when it comes to being trans in the UK, at least, going down the NHS route, there's a lot of waiting. Yeah, and especially for me, starting from pretty much scratch, as I did, there's a lot of waiting for everything. So it's like I'm waiting for my hair to grow, and I am extremely grateful. I don't know if it'll pick it up, but the top of my head has started filling back in. So again, I'm not sure if this will pick it up. But I used to have full-on male pattern baldness with a little island. You can see where it's very thin up there, but it is slowly filling in, and that's more waiting. It's beyond fluff today. I don't know what's. I'm just going to wear my hat. And it occurred to me that, especially on the NHS system, there's a lot of waiting as well, because the average wait time is a minimum of 2 years, allegedly. I mean, we are currently in the middle of COVID, so nobody seems to know what sort of an effect that will have directly or indirectly at the moment. But yeah, I mean, my one advice that I will ever give out, to be honest, is if you are doubting your gender, get onto your GP immediately. Don't wait for a year like I did to see if it goes away. I mean, unfortunately, I've talked before about how I spent 25 years drinking. When I did sober up and realise, oh, that's probably why I was drinking, I literally waited a year before I went to the GP. And when you throw in a 2, 3, 4 year waiting list, whatever it might be, that's an extra year that you don't really need. So if you have got any doubts at all, just immediately go to your GP. Do research, literally figure out which one is the nearest GIC for you, so that you know which one you want to be referred to, and look at their wait times or expected wait times, so you've got an idea. But don't wait. Get to your GP and just say, look, I want this referral to this place, and then if that GP won't, find another GP. I mean, again, you could be 2 or 3 GPs deep. I got lucky. My GP was very, very accepting instantly. So, it did help that I rocked up with, was it pink and purple hair at the time? Yeah. But yeah, so the waiting is the worst part, to be honest, of transition in general. I mean, I'm waiting for my hair to grow. I'm waiting for various things to occur. I mean, there isn't, personally, I'm finding that there's not much that I can do that's noticeable, to be honest. I mean, I could go down the full makeup route, but at the moment, wearing a mask and the job that I do, it makes it really, really not worth it. So it's the waiting game there of waiting for my hair to be long enough, and regretting cutting it off back in May, to be honest. But so yeah, it's a lot of waiting around. It's a lot of time twiddling your thumbs. I mean, it's like the last couple of days I've been sitting there. It's the age-old question of, am I trans or am I trans enough? And to be fair, the things that I've tried and am doing, and the medication and everything else that I've ever done over the last few years, kind of answers that question for me. I mean, you don't sit there and take estrogen pills every fucking day in the hope that something happens if you're kind of not hoping something will happen. So, it's, you don't dye your hair pink and wear funky red glasses if you're not trying to be slightly, well, non-male, shall we say. Although that doesn't apply to everybody, because not everybody wears glasses, not everybody likes pink hair. So I'm just generalising for me there. So apologies if That didn't seem right, but I'm waffling. I make this up as I go. There's no script. Why would there be? But yeah, it's a lot of waiting. My weight seems to have just stalled. I'm on a diet and I've had to start a little bit of light exercise at the moment because, well, it's more like a physio, to be honest, because there are various joints and things that aren't quite right, and my weight just seems to have stalled dead at 11.3, 11.4ish. So that's one of those things that, I mean, it's getting into autumn time now, and you want hearty, healthy, filling, warm food, and salads don't really cut it at this time of the year. Again, generalizing for me. So yeah, it's the waiting that is the brutal part. I mean, I am still, where are we now? 2 and a bit years away at the earliest estimate to be seen by the GIC that I chose, because it's easier for me to get to by road. It's like I know somebody else who lives nearby, they've gone to the other nearest clinic because they're going by rail, so that's easier for them to get to. So it's, I mean, we've got 2 clinics from where I am. We've got 2 clinics that are roughly about 70-80 miles away each, and the one is definitely easier to get to via road for me than it is by rail. I mean, yeah, again, that's why you need to do the research and have that ready when you do go to the GP, but don't wait. I don't want to go into too much detail of the various medical side of it for myself, but we are trying something new, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm having a big issue at the moment mentally, where it's just like, I'm not being girly enough. We have a gender non-conforming male that works with us, and there are days where he is far more feminine than I am, and it can get a little frustrating, but that's just what it is. I mean, it gets frustrating when I see beautiful women and I'm just like, I want to look like that, and I look like a potato. Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, no, I mean, that was the main. I mean, again, I had a rough idea of what I wanted to speak about today, but the main takeaway is, don't wait. If you think you have some kind of gender incongruence, or whatever that word is, if you think your gender that you've been given doesn't quite match up with the gender that you are, go and see your GP. Basically, they can recommend something. Well, they're supposed to anyway. But do your research. Yeah. Obviously, this is not. I'm not a doctor. This is just what from my experience. It's the age-old, I wish I'd started transitioning sooner, and it's that year that I waited to go to the GP that sort of kicks me in the teeth a little bit. Yeah. Right, I suppose I better go to work. Yeah. Bye.